ago, Dale Talon stood in Philadelphia at this podium and called the name of Aaron Ekblad as the Florida Panthers' first-round draft pick, #1 overall at the 2014 NHL Draft. And just 2 nights ago in Las Vegas, Aaron Ekblad's name was called again as the winner of the Calder Memorial Trophy, awarded to the NHL's Rookie of the Year. Dale also told the crowd in Philadelphia that the Florida Panthers look forward to seeing all of you in sunny Florida next year at the NHL Draft. Well, here we are, and we are looking forward to a night of opportunity, renewal, and anticipation. Tonight and tomorrow represent the culmination of years of work by our teams, by hundreds of outstanding young athletes, and the incredible support they have received from their family, friends, teammates, and coaches. The 7 rounds of this draft will serve as a turning point in the careers of these young players, in the lives of their families, and in the futures of their teams. Tonight, we welcome yet another new generation of outstanding talent that will help continue to ensure the success of our league and our game for years to come. So welcome to BBT Center for the 2015 NHL Draft. Welcome to all of you fans here at BBT, to those gathered at viewing parties and watching this event on NBC Sportsnet, Rogers Sportsnet, and TBA, as well as those following tonight's developments on XM NHL Sirius Radio. Thank you, South Florida, for the warm welcome, both outside and inside. And thank you to the Florida Panthers, Vinny Viola, Doug Sifu, Peter Luco, Rory Babbage, and Dale Talon, who are committed to building this franchise into an NHL powerhouse. For all of our teams gathered on the floor here, the future stands before you. So let's get started. The first selection of the 2015 National Hockey League Draft belongs to the Edmonton Oilers.
Boy, Gary Bettman knows how to win over a crowd, doesn't he? Back with Mike Johnson, Damian Cox, and Sam Cosentino from the CHL and Sportsnet Friday Night Hockey. Just a couple of more minutes to wait for Connor McDavid, and then he can finally exhale. It's been an incredible run.
You know, any teenager that could manage to sit through that much patience, I guess he's the one kid who can. You've known him as long as anyone. He's just
it's amazing.
Tremendous young man.
You talked about a generational player, a franchise-changing player. To me, he's a
20 seconds.
Player.
Pick us in.
Yes, we know he has to be fantastic on the ice. He'll take care of that, no question. But it also means all the responsibilities that come along with that off the ice. And for example, as a 17/18-year-old kid, the things that this guy's had to deal with this year are simply phenomenal. You look at the schedule he's had since the season ended back on May 15th against the Oshawa Generals. Check it out. You want to talk about a busy month. He goes to Quebec City on the 28th, hops on our panel for a little bit, talks a whole bunch of awards. They back up the truck to bring those. He goes to the interviews at the Combine.
That little CCM sponsorship deal, that's worth $1 million. Slip that in there as well.
Yeah,
Why not?
He went to his prom. Yeah. And then, I got to go and watch Game 3 and hang out with Don Cherry and everybody else. I'm going to do some clinics. I'm going to go throw out the first pitch. He's going to attend the draft here tonight, go first overall. And on Monday, he's going to head out to the Oilers prospect camp. I mean, you talk about a league-changing player. Connor McDavid is that guy, not just for what he does on the ice, but for how he handles himself away from the ring.
But knowing what he's going to step into in Edmonton, with the attention that's going to be on him, the way he plays, the way he performs, the spotlight will be so bright. You're Edmonton, you're glad he's been through this because you know he can deal with it. What are you feeling right now? If you're Connor McDavid, have a listen.
Don't throw off that thing. What? Don't throw off that thing.
Your camera's just spinning.
Well, that'd be a splash, but
Don't do it. Don't do it.
You know what, this is a player, though, that's been dissected, not just since he was 15, but before that. And that can go one of two ways for a lot of these top prospects.
Well, we've seen it, right? I mean, I remember as far back as Mike Ricci was the guy who went to Eric Lindros for that. John Tavares went to that. Sidney Crosby went through it. They're special kids, and it seems as now, particularly in a social media world, you better be a young man who can understand the media part of it, the expectations, and be able to handle it. And for all we've seen, even this year, getting injured, all the talk about him, really able to take it all in, enjoy it, although I think he looks like he's on vacation, and thrive despite all of that. But
You are nuts.
What he means.
Well, when you guys look at the CHL and Hockey Canada, that's why they put the processes in
I don't know.
place for the exceptional player. Connor McDavid
That make him
is one of
into
those
the pig?
exceptional players. And yes, it has really nothing to do with what happens on the ice because they're very well aware of what he can do there. But how is he going to be able to handle everything else? And that's why that process is in place, and that's why Connor McDavid was granted that exceptional status in the first place.
Just another part of why he is exceptional. It's not just about what he can do on the ice. It's who he is as a kid, as a young man.
Are you watching the draft?
Great he's become.
Looks like Edmonton's not going to call a timeout here, Darren. I think they know what they want.
Yeah, call a timeout.
At the combine lasted 25, 30 minutes. He said, "This kind of talk."
Are you watching draft?
Then he left. He kind of was surprised that they didn't talk a little bit longer, but they're going to have plenty more time to get to know each other.
Watch it now.
130
I have it on,
between the BP&T Center and
Okay, watch it right now for 2 minutes.
On behalf of the Edmonton Oilers organization, we'd like to thank the warm city of Florida and the Florida Panthers organization for being great hosts.
Why?
We'd also like to shout out to our fans at the draft party at Rexall Place and our new AHL partners in Bakersfield. And with that being said, the Edmonton Oilers would like to select with their first pick from the Erie Honors, Connor McDavid.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I don't get it.
You know, guys, last year at the draft in Philadelphia, Connor McDavid didn't go. He didn't want to upstage anyone, and that's part of his personality. But it gets a little more interesting after that as well. Not only did Connor McDavid not go to the draft last year, he didn't watch it either. Don't forget, growing up, when he first started playing hockey, he always played 1 year after he played against Michael Del Cole with Vaughan.
We already knew he was going to be the first one that they signed.
In some ways, last year may have represented to him the first time he has been left behind, but today he officially becomes a star and welcome into the National Hockey League.
I like that sweater. Yeah. This is how much he's got control of the situation, though. Said the finish line is not the draft. Even though everybody's been looking forward to this moment for so long, it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Well, I mean, absolutely. And this is the beginning of the process. He's a good player, but he's also entering the National Hockey League at a time where it's a very low-scoring time. And that's going to be a challenge for him to do those kinds of things that expectations are so high in Edmonton now at a time when so much is changing.
But he's going to be fortunate. I know Edmonton struggled. They've struggled for a long time. But as far as line mates, he'd be playing with some pretty talented players. They have Taylor Hall. They have Jordan Eberle. They got some pretty good guys that he'll be able to dissect and slice and dice like he did in Erie.
But think about it. Now you go with junior guys and the pucks behind them or in front of them, they don't get it. These National Hockey League guys will find pucks within 8 feet. They'll be able to convert so many of the chances that Connor McDavid is going to be able to create.
And what makes him exceptional? I mean, people are obviously extremely excited. Edmonton, a new rink coming, new management, everything. But what makes Connor McDavid exceptional? First 3 steps.
Yeah.
Talk to scouts, they say, they have not seen a player like this